Oh, they hit
on
it.
the U spot.
It was the NAs.
The NA alphabet. Come on. What are you doing? Alright, it's on Radiant. It's gonna be on this safe lane 100%.
I just want to point out.
Right there.
Monkey King Magnus.
It was Kips that was sitting on this side. She did this alphabet, and this is the Dutch alphabet. Yeah. This is all good. Well done, Kips.
But Breaky did not catch too much sleep. He was flying over. So
True. Where do you want Monkey? Is he mid?
Mid, I suppose. Yeah.
Why does it look like there's already 5 heroes mid?
No.
Terrorblade is radiant.
Dude, it's gonna be Monkey Shaman against the Doom, isn't it?
Over here.
Dude, that Monkey.
Yeah, they can put Monkey versus
against the
Doom.
Yeah.
They can definitely do that.
Yeah, I think they'll try and get that lane.
And then Magnus mid?
I think they're going to save their 2 mids for last. Yeah, I think that. No. Magnus. Magnus support with an offlane tiny, and then Monkey King laning with a Shaman.
Like Monkey here.
Yeah, with the Monkey safe lane.
Yeah, they want it against the Doom.
All right,
because then you kill the Doom.
Yesterday you really didn't like Monkey safe.
I don't like it. No.
It didn't, but it crushed the lane.
It did crush. No, but that was the game they lost, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
But that was because
Monkey King, right?
No, it was Gabby, Monkey King, and Monkey
really
King.
Quick Battle Fury, but then he didn't.
And then he sat in the tree for 5 minutes.
Exactly. There's your mid.
And then they put those in mid.
Yeah. This makes sense.
Still, you have a position for Magnus. So,
and you do want to try and force these favourable side lanes because you're picking the Monkey King to have that good time in the side lane. And Winstrike have the final pick. So what are they going to do about this Deucer? Any strong mids still in? Odie was banned, of course.
Odie would have been so good.
Really
nice against the Deucer.
Would have been a brilliant pick, but it's gone.
So what is left? What do you take mid?
How awesome would it be if we got a budget to 3D print all the heroes
I was thinking about that, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it is...
Production, come on, step it up.
You know, Lizard would work for free.
What are you doing? These pictures?
A mid-sky. Dude, look at this. It's a mid-sky.
What?
Look at Roshan and how cool he looks. Mid-Skywrath.
Mid-Skywrath.
What?
That's a new hero.
It's got to be, right? It's got to be the mid.
I mean, what else could they put? No, it is.
Yeah.
It's Mid-Skywrath.
Mid-Sky.
How is that working out? What's the because it's Medusa versus Sky, so you got
Medusa obviously at the start has like no HP.
Yeah.
So like you can nuke her out the lane level 1, can't you?
How it works is basically you buy 5 mil talismans, you run across the map and you kill everything.
I mean, that sounds pretty good, but is it enough to win the game? Like, is it gonna win them a game?
It's definitely interesting. Is it gonna win the game? I'm
interesting
not quite certain.
Is not the word I'm looking for, because there's still so much disable.
It's
like if you disable Sky, then
like you have to, like Winstrike, they were always the team that brought entertainment as well. Not only were they winning, they were winning in style.
Yeah, that's true.
Iceberg.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to go Na'Vi again.
Yeah.
I'm going with
really
Winstrike.
good.
I'm going Na'Vi.
Damn. Differences.
We have a difference.
We'll see. Na'Vi have proven to be pretty good with their Magnus lineups. Even though he said it might be the support Magnus, which was a little shaky.
I'm going with the underdog this time. I know Winstrike is playing with 2 basically stand-ins, new players, whatever, but I'm going with Winstrike. I'm going with the shock value, the Skywrath move. You never know.
Never saw it coming.
The Monkey King is going to destroy that Doom door, and I'm already regretting this, but let's go, Skywrath.
Maybe they don't get that. Maybe Winstrike dodged that lane and they're able to keep moving the lanes around. Even though we saw a team do that yesterday.
You can't fully dodge it though, because your other core is TB. Like,
you know what?
You can't really put Terrorblade versus him either.
No. Traditionally, when we see Winstrike do well, it's mostly because Iceberg has a good lane mid. And if he can get a great lane on his Skywrath mage, which I think he is, that means that he could get out of control. And if Skywrath gets out of control, then they might just be able to run away with the game because Terrorblade pushes real fast, even earlier on. They could do it.
I mean, it's silent Terrorblade and it's Iceberg on Sky, so Sky is going to create so much space for him.
Yeah.
And this is what they do the best. They basically always have each other's back. If one, there's always one very greedy core on Winstrike and one not as much.
Why do they have a normal donkey?
Oh, they don't have a custom code?
They don't have a custom
They don't even have the Na'Vi code. Na'Vi has their own code.
Yeah, that's Weasel of theirs, right?
Yeah, the Na'Vi Weasel.
The Weasel. I haven't seen that in forever.
There's the Weasel.
Is that the
I would say if I was in the Na'Vi organization, that would be fine.
Yeah,
what courier did Winstrike have?
Actually, Na'Vi, I have a Weasel. I think you need a position 5.
Weasel turns into a bird, right? It flies. When it flies, it's a bird.
Something carries the weasel, right? Or
I think it just changes.
He just morphs?
It just changes into a bird.
Okay, so they didn't really think
That's
true.
evolution, baby. Darling, where you at now? Where did all the weasels go? I haven't seen a weasel in a while. They'll turn into
They're
birds.
birds, they're pigeons.
They all changed.
Oop. 2 runes for Winstrike, 2 runes for Na'Vi. Thanos would be proud. Balance in all things.
Well, let's see what lane. So we'll see what the Monkey King does manage to get matched up against. He is going to get that lane that he wants. He's top. That's going to be the Doom lane.
Yep. I mean, you know
should have a
what?
pretty
Actually,
free time.
yeah, he should. However, there's this one thing. Monkey on mid, he wins because he gets that level 3 fast enough.
Yeah.
And then he dominates 1 versus 1 as you can't trade hits with him. However, it works a bit differently when you're in a duel lane because even though you get Jingle Mastery off, you're still being hit by 2 players and 2 heroes, and you can't really heal up as much as you would like to. So in this lane, even with Jingle Mastery up, maybe he'll be beaten down by the big briefcase and the Infernal Blade. So we'll see. I just wonder how mid is going to go. I think that's going to make or break Winstrike's game. Like, this is whatever Chu is just pulling. He's going to let this tiny farm under the tower. It's definitely good. But the most important part is how well is this Skyrat going to do mid? As there is Mystic Snake to work with, right? So you're going to be taking his mana as well.
You are, yeah. It's. I don't think it's going to be necessarily that easy for the Sky.
Actually, Chu is just going to take this farm on his own. Tiny isn't even close. I've seen this happen, actually, the last few days. It's just the position 4 that pulls the creeps all the way back like this, right? He can't even follow. If he follows, Misha might actually go for him.
But now he has creeps.
Yeah, now he has creeps, but he lost those creeps. They died to tier 2 or something, no? One is running.
Yeah, they did too.
Where are you going, little guy? He's going all the way around. He's a smart boy. He doesn't want to run into a tower.
He has to go back to his original checkpoint.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go into a tower. Doesn't want to die. It's just a... wow, that's actually a long way back.
Yeah, he has a checkpoint right there.
Yeah, this is it, and now he goes back.
And the next checkpoint is under the tower somewhere. Or right in front of it, anyway.
Yeah, it was getting that Sal up already. It gets broken, though.
Crystallize. Does get the Jingo up. But, as you say, still level
Not man up over here.
Don't man up for that.
Yeah, he's got another shack on.
Yeah, that's
they're going to stomp, but Crystallize is able to dodge it. Same time, Chu actually gets first one by killing the Oracle.
And his team will also drop.
you see
And look
the
at that
damage?
punch.
That's a big briefcase
And that's
right
the Sal being popped.
And with the Mango, Crystallize is going to have to balance back up, so he's going to get on the 2 of them, but he can't get through Yamage.
The back and forth on this thing. Holy.
Yamage is going to be fine. He's able to juke it.
Does he have regen though? He does not.
He has Mango and he has a port. But does he want to use it? That's
He
the
will
question.
get disabled if he uses it.
I mean, he could have used it already, honestly.
He did.
He had chances. He opted not to.
Oh, Chu.
Who did he kill for first blood, by the way?
The Oracle.
The Oracle, alright. So the Oracle probably overcommitted there, tried to mess with him a bit too hard.
At least he's full on mana and life. That's something.
That's definitely something.
He spent
It's
a lot of
great
mana harassing that.
if you give away a first blood to Magnus, gets that Arcane Boots, early boot, after that the Blink Dagger. Sounds great. What Magnus does really well in this game is also he stacks a lot for the Duza. She's forced to bring a lot of Sal's mid. I wonder what their CS is pretty much on par, they're the same, but I wonder what the net worth difference is, as Magical had to get... Yeah, he's actually ahead, never mind. He's ahead. I thought that he had to buy more Salves, but I guess it goes both ways. If you want to get him to buy Salves, you have to invest into mana.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Silent.
So Silent, I mean, he's farming just okay. He's top CS, so he's not having any trouble with the Tiny down there at all.
So Nakoi is being chased.
Yeah, he is... Is he fast enough? Lizzie, in the meantime, dies to Winstrike's Metamorphosis, but
He's not fast
Taneko...
enough. He's gonna die.
One more hit, the Knight of Roche!
Not gonna make it.
Oh, that one!
Roche hit.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this Stout Shield pickup on the other Titan, honestly. You start with Stout Shield. In some games it's awesome. You get like Stout, 6 tangos, 3 mangoes. it's a great start in some games. But when you're playing, like, let's say versus a monkey, if you get boats, you can outrun him, outpace him. He cannot get those Jingle Masteries off. However, at the same time, you do take a lot of damage from Rasta, who has, I think, the highest base damage early on.
Yeah, it's crazy how much
for
Rasta,
range
yes.
0, yeah, 86 damage. It's just ridiculous.
Runes. See, Navi already
They're gonna get four.
selecting 3. No, they're gonna get 3.
I always get debated by that bottle.
By the bottle.
Yeah.
No, that's the one for a Winstrike. Yamich will take it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yamich reminds me of Sandwich for some reason.
They have the sandwich on the other Titan.
No, they do. Sandwich, Yamich.
Oh, bottom lane. Bit of a poke around the pool. There's mid lane Iceberg still singing without mana.
Magical still without help.
Yeah.
That's it. I think he needs, like, what they could have done better is maybe they could have planted the high ground ward here. And then every time Magical uses, oh, they missed that.
Oh, they're diving in for this.
Oh, that's scary.
Yamish took a lot of damage from the tower. He's just
Almost.
nearly dies.
He messed up there. He wanted to catch Magical with that spirit. He
Yeah,
didn't.
he did not.
Yeah. And that damage was ridiculous, actually. I guess the Mystic Snake got him, right? He didn't see that.
No, he didn't have it yet. It wasn't cooldown.
Wasn't it like
was
trying
already
to? It
bouncing.
was bouncing, and I think it
Oh,
bounced.
it could have already bounced.
But there was no way he took that much damage all of a sudden. Just tower randomly crits. He's gonna stack.
It's a bit early for the stack.
Yeah, he's a bit.
It's,
Yeah,
the shine.
So shrine and then go away, I guess. Yeah.
Value
We'll
shrine.
stack. There we go. We get an applause.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Bottom lane, a bit of an attempt here with the Avalanche. It's Blizzy.
This is how he did it first time with that Metamorphosis up, and he is suffering again.
One more side, but it doesn't save Blizzy.
Yeah, Misha was there with the Purified
Same
Flames.
time up top. They have also lost the Shaman Crystallize, trying to find a kill in return, but he's not going to be able to do so as it looks at.
Yeah, once you have those votes, it's a bit easier to juke out.
Oh. Careful there.
Yeah, Crystallize. Oh, if that stun connected, he would have died 100%. But now
he
with the
might
Jingle
have still
Mastery-
died.
He might get a double kill, actually.
Health, one more.
Monkey King.
No, this is like
That's what you expect when you see Monkey King. It's 2 melee lane.
that's the stomp. If that stomp connects, they get to kill 100%.
Yeah.
Because they can both get to him and hit him before he gets the boundless strike off. But they didn't manage to. As like a small misplay there, but it happens.
Yeah, it's hard to call.
And then it's still monkey versus 2 millies.
That's a big
That's a
boost for the Monkey King. Get that solo XP as
Huge
well on the
boost,
kills.
actually.
A couple of kills for the Monkey King, putting him in a very nice place as mid lane. Suneko's there with a wraparound. Magical and Blizzy have the damage to catch and kill that mid Skyraf.
I'm gonna pay Breaky back and hide one of these heroes that are faked all the time somewhere.
Sneaky.
Well, still though, Silent is top of the farm on his Terrorblade. He's been having a good lane down bottom. Blizzy and Chu haven't caused too many issues for him. But the mid Skyraf is really starting to taper off in this early stage. Very low on the net worth, Iceberg. Only 1,600. You look over at Dusa, and it's nearly double the net worth on Magical. So this mid Sky, you know, you sort of pick it. This is not a recovery hero. You got to sort of be styling from the start, and Iceberg's going to struggle this game.
Yeah, definitely.
He's behind.
If you're playing that Skyrat, you basically want to be dominating. However, at the same time, well, he has true null talismans right now, and perhaps he's going to start rotating soon and doing stuff on the map. He has been pressuring Magical, but not truly. Like, Magical is still so far ahead when it comes to net worth. But it just takes one kill for Iceberg, I think. Like, one gank on this Magical, take him out of the map, then start rotating, or one lucky rune, like he gets a region.
But I guess, like, who can Winstrike really gank mid with? It's not
They
very
could
easy.
with other Titan, honestly, if he ganks at the right time.
I guess, yeah, they did try earlier.
Yeah, Magical was so low so many times in mid, like, you had opportunities, you just didn't use them. So that's a little bit on them.
And now it's the point of Magical's getting these stacks as well in the jungle.
Yeah,
He's
and
at
the power
level
trends.
8, level 9. I mean, what level's Iceberg? He was... It wasn't level 9 for sure. Yeah, he's just hit level 7, and Magical's just hit level 9.
It's also very low on gold. Someone who's not low on gold is Silent. He is top of the net worth.
And the armor just a little too high, so the Monkey King won't be able to beat him down.
Even with the double damage there. Oh, the Doom is there, however.
They have the wraparound onto the Monkey King.
They can't toss.
He's trying to get the Jingo up so he can get some lifesteal through the Doom. He is still surviving for now. One you would do it with that Purifying Flames, but it wasn't purged off, so he's getting the regen from it. And that'll actually keep him alive against the Doom. And either way, he was going to survive.
Yeah,
he was going to survive either way.
Level 1 is Doom is so poor on damage.
Yep. The Infernal Blade is level 3. Didn't really matter too much there. We have meta used though, so they're looking... I guess they're going to try and push this. They have the Carti on their side as well, they do. So with this catapult, they're going to be trying to take this tier 1.
Yeah, I think it's go time.
There's a tiny Monkey King is back on his way as well. There is also a Shadow Shaman, but he's still at the fountain, so he's still very far away, but...
Their biggest issue is the Skyrat. If you had a position for Skyrat and he had a decent game, not a great game, he would have as much as this mid Skyrat does. So that's a problem, yeah. It's not like one of those Skyrats that just destroys mid and then does whatever across the map.
Shadow Shaman's here too. Let's see. Who's going in first?
Crystallize, trying to kick things off on the side. They have the Avalanche to follow up as well. Shackles to hold down the Doom Silent with the Sun to back up to full. Crystallize, he did get the Jingamatri off and he's able to stand his ground, play around them with a Mischief and keep himself alive. Magical picks up the double kill. And Na'Vi, they may not be done yet. They're trying to chase down Yamish. He's got the Stomp to slow down the Tiny, but Crystallize is still ready to chase forward. Jumps in with the Primal Spring. He's got his sights set on Yamish. A toss forward onto Seneko, closes the gap and allows Na'Vi to find 3.
Yeah, very good from the TV to just TP out rather than try to walk it off against the chase potential of Na'Vi, and it allows him to just go straight back to farming on top lane.
I mean, they're the Na'Vi with these sort of quick plays as well. They're making good timings on some of these items. This is a support Magnus. 12 minutes in, he has a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it's looking rough definitely for Winstrike. He has a Blink Dagger, but he rushed it without Arcane Boots, so
yeah, sure.
it kind of forces him to either Shrine all the time, bring clarities, whatever. That's why you don't see Blink Daggers bought on him.
Has Blizzy got a smoke? Okay, no, they just put smoke on the Shaman, but if they can make a play now, because it's highly likely that Winstrike are not going to expect a 12-minute support Blink Dagger on a Magnus.
Sure.
So the RP could catch them off guard. And in fact, it looks like mid lane is going to be where they're headed. They jumped in, and indeed with that play they'll get Iceberg. They'll also get Non-Guardian by the looks of it, or maybe not with the Elder Titan. Non-Guardian will survive.
That Infernal Blade saved him. Like, it just bought him enough time to run out. Monkey King, instead of finishing him off, was mini-stunned, and then the Elder Titan came in time to use the Stomp and break the fight up.
All eyes on Terrorblade for Winstrike.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, honestly, you know what? Like, Iceberg...
And they found him. They've got a lot of disable as well between these 3. They do have a false promise on Silent, but with the Wukong's down there,
maybe he gets
super over to make sure. Having even a Sundered out,
it doesn't have it yet.
Be enough.
2 seconds and cooldown remaining.
Yep.
Just too much damage.
Like, Winstrike used to have really good games when Iceberg was struggling, so if he has a bad game on mid, he always kind of picks it up later on. While if he's dominating in the laning stage, he tends to troll every now and then. So
you're saying in this state, Iceberg's gonna. This is the
try-hard Iceberg. Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. It's an elimination
like he was
game.
A boxer, you know.
He
basically has like Eye of the Tiger right now in the background playing. He's.
Oh, can we play that too?
No, copyright.
Oh. After a certain amount of Asian songs, the copyright disappears, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but like, no, Eye of the Tiger ain't that old.
Oh.
When did Eye of the Tiger come out? When was that from?
80s, I suppose.
The 80s?
Oh.
It must have been the 80s.
Yeah, 80s when Rocky came out.
That's too bad.
Who was it even sung by? Who sings Eye of the Tiger? What's the band? Were they a one-hit wonder band? Survivor.
Survivor, yeah.
They were indeed. Was it?
Middle tower is under attack.
1982.
Yeah.
Totally knew that by
1982.
heart, guys.
It's 1982 Survivor, right? Of course.
Of course.
We're so knowledgeable.
Music quiz time.
The year that I was born. That is incorrect. Just in case you're wondering.
I love how we both looked at him like, what?
Yeah, I did too.
1982, really?
Well, I know that's a lie. It's
Oh, Iceberg brought back for that. Oh, he's
He's
brought
mad.
back for this push mid.
He's a mad person.
That is not. Did Na'Vi get 4 bounty runes this time? I think they did.
no.
Didn't they?
They got 2, 3.
They got 4.
They got 4.
Right? Counting with me. It's
1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go.
Oh,
Long
you
guard is
thought
diving
you
in.
chased him.
Oh, that's a 3-man RP, but is there any follow-up? Snaker's going to try with the shackles, and they do have the wraparound from the Monkey King. As they're on the high ground now, the Wukong's command is dropped down. Silence trying to fight. He's got to get his way out of the Wukongs. The false promise ends as Blizzy's already picked up 2 on the back lines. Blizzy's also chasing down Misha. Jump forward from Chu and Crystallize onto Silence. Silent will have to Sunder to buy him some time, but I don't know if he can run away from this one. Blizzy's in with the Avalanche. Silent continuing to run. Does have the back of a Yamage, but Magical also there on the high ground. Comes in with a wraparound Snake onto the 2 of them. Silent still continue to run, but Chu blinks in. Has the skewer back, dragging Silent back into the hands of the rest of Na'Vi as Na'Vi crush Winstrike there. Winstrike, I mean, that buyback from Iceberg, that they get the tier 1 tower, but then they just keep going. They go through that jungle and try and fight by the tier 2 tower, but it was just far too aggressive from
That Wukong
Winstrike.
command was just perfect for them because it basically forced it forced Skyrat Mage to run into the Duza because he couldn't run through it.
No.
So he went back and Duza just cleaned him up after that Doom was out. So very well placed. And I mean, they are forcing a fight at a shrine when they're behind, so overall it's their own damn fault. It's not like Na'Vi played it so well.
They went very deep.
Yeah, they played well, but at the same time, what are you doing? Like, if you're Winstrike, don't fight there, don't dive so deep. Your meta was up for quite a while already, so I don't know.
It's still because I mean,
Mistakes have been made.
at the moment it really is just sort of Winstrike sitting on one core. They have this Terrorblade. The Doom and the Scarif are just falling off. They're not keeping up.
I mean, the Doom is 1k ahead of Skyrat, and he's falling off as well. As a Doom, you want to be ahead. You have that Devour to work with.
17 minutes in, Iceberg still trying to find his first item, really.
Yeah, not even that Veil is up. And even that Veil, I don't know. It's alright. It's definitely a good item on Skyrat. 3 null talismans into Veil. This makes some sense. I hope he won't be combining those crowns into Natus. Because, yeah, they're lacking some catch, but that item on Skyrat,
You're not a fan of Atos?
like, it used to be really good. I don't fancy it any longer. I don't think it's as good.
Well, see, here's Na'Vi. Will sort of be found here, but at the same time, Silent, he's going to look towards the Deucer. The Deucer's taking a lot of damage, but the RP, again, Chu, absolutely perfect, gets them all. And Na'Vi, once again, absolutely crushing Winstrike in any attempt Winstrike make to fight there. I mean, that RP, skewer into the Wukong's command, the boundless strike upon them all. I mean, that was just game over from the start of that fight for Winstrike.
That RP was just perfect.
Yeah.
They got baited by Duza so hard, and I mean, I can't blame them. She survived on like 10% HP.
Yeah, she was one hit away from going down at the start of the fight. So, but the tunnel visioning, it cost them so heavy that it was as if they just keep fighting around these really confined spots, whether it's on their half of the map or Na'Vi's. They're fighting in these areas where Chu's get the opportunity every time to get these RPs.
Yeah, Chu is like magnificent on this Magnus, definitely. But at the same time, it's the Monkey King, right? You're fighting in choke spots, and Monkey King with his Wukong command is always going to have an advantage in these situations. So
Earthsplitter was good though, hit on 4 or something like that, but yeah, by that time it was already too late. The fight don't last long enough for them to actually get something out there.
Because you get 4-man RP'd. If you don't get 4-man RP'd, this is just...
And Iceberg's just dying to Blizzy solo.
Yeah.
Blizzy's just, I mean, he's got an Echo Saber as well as the Blink Dagger. I mean,
we shouldn't be surprised. He's 2k ahead.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's so hard for Iceberg to play his game. Like, what does this Scarif do? If he shows in a lane, he's going to die. Someone's going to jump on him.
Yeah. I put all my eggs in one basket, and that was the Skyrat's basket.
Yeah.
You went with Winstrike.
I really
Skyras took the basket
went with the
and
mid
threw it
Skyras.
away.
I don't think I did the right choice there. Something's telling me that they're not gonna win. I don't know what it is. It's the network
I was
charges.
going to say it might be that their mid has half the net worth of Navi's mid at 19 minutes.
Terrorblade is keeping up, and
That's what you're looking at. You're looking at silent to carry.
yeah, silent. It has been silent this game so far, though.
Farming.
It's been farming, yeah.
That's some
Quietly.
I mean, we saw last fight. They were hurting the Deucer.
They were, but then they got RP'd.
Yeah.
So perhaps don't get RP'd. At least don't get 4-man
Don't get 4-man RP'd.
You have that Oracle. If you're an Oracle, I mean, he did manage to use that ulti on Terrorblade, definitely, but... Okay, not the Oracle, everyone else. Don't hug the Terrorblade. That's probably the best advice you can give them.
Yeah, they just can't. They can't look to fight around these areas where it's it's not as open as they need to be to have the ability to position better.
Monkey King gives vision,
Yeah.
then you jump in, look at these pings, they're really angry. Like you can see by, it's not 2-3 pings, like caution, they're
This is
there.
in. And then again, out onto the two of them, Snake bounces as well,
that-
bring him low, they've got to back off, they have lost Blizzy. At the same time, Winstrike, they've lost the ET, ET's going to buy back straight away. Not quite
Oh,
again
on
focused,
Monkey.
but he did indeed do Monkey King, so Monkey King's got to back
Monkey's
off.
dead.
The Stomp's out, he's in a lot of trouble, he's going to get taken out. Winstrike, they've found
There we
3
go.
boys, the comeback
That's
from
something.
Winstrike, and now Deuce is alone, they can look to chase down Magical. And got the Stomp to buy time to allow people to reposition around him. He is hitting back pretty hard. Hold up. He did just bring 2 of them down with him, but they did kill him, and Winstrike do manage to team wipe Na'Vi.
That is impressive.
Never doubted Winstrike for a second.
Silent.
So that was Tiny died at the start of the fight to the
I
Skyrat.
think
That was a start, right?
they overestimated their strengths.
Yeah, I think that was Na'Vi this time trying to force a fight when they didn't
on high
really need
ground,
to.
yeah, exactly. You're forcing a fight on high ground where you don't have vision. You're basically kind of winging it. Tiny just jumps in, just brings it. He does get a proper initiation off, but then you follow up with an RP that didn't really do a whole lot.
Just gets a couple of and there wasn't any damage. It was just a snake.
I
There was
think
no
the most
Monkey King.
important, yeah, exactly. The most important aspect of that part of that fight was the fact that Doom found Monkey King before he could use his ult.
Yeah.
So you doomed the Monkey King. He couldn't really follow up to that RP, and he just died to other Titan plus Doom.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. So overall, that's really good for Winstrike. And
Yep. They need like 3 more of those
they
fights,
need
and
like
then
3
maybe
more.
they're
Yeah,
even.
they definitely are showing signs of life. And, and this core matchup, like Terrorblade versus Duza, it used to be, people used to think, all right, it's Duza, she's very good versus illusions. You have the Stone Gaze versus Terrorblade, yada yada yada. It doesn't really work that way. Terrorblade is actually decent. It's all about who gets that network and that critical mass first. So TB can definitely defeat Duza. It can go both ways.
Okay, talk to me about Skyrath and his Shadowblade.
I mean, that's.
Skyrat and Atos, right?
Well, I did just see him get a Shadowblade.
I think he brought it and sold it. He changed his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he got Natus after it. I was thinking like, oh, he got real rich that fight.
Alright, so with this Atos, even though I said I dislike this item, like what they're gonna be able to do is perhaps keep one of these cores in spot and kill them off. And I mean, you won't do it to Duza as she has Manta.
And also, Monkey King's got BKB.
Monkey King has BKB, so that Atos is...
Oh, he's not quite. Yes,
He has it.
it's coming out.
So I don't know, that Atos is a bit late.
I guess it helps you kill the supports.
Yeah, you can use
maybe
it
you're
on
gonna maybe you're gonna
Rasta
stop
or- yeah.
Agnes blinking in.
I'd still rather... I don't know.
Ooh, smoke.
It's a bit of extra stats for you, so you don't get blown up by the tiny combo.
There's that, I guess. I assume that's gonna go Terrorblade. He's in first, but they don't want to go on him. Oh, they do.
Oh, that player will kill the rest.
There we go. Good usage.
Get the air splitter down. It's going to hit the tiny for sure. Nothing
Yeah.
else for now.
They don't want to rush through the
They
void.
know that there's a Magnus hiding, waiting for a blink RP, so they have to be
Doom.
careful. Oh, he tried to go in for it, but he's not going to get the Doom off. And that's going to cost him his life, but he's stuck in the Wukong's command. Nongrata. I mean, he knows if he can get in and doom the Monkey King, they can take the fight. Even with the Diamond, they could go. The RP's only going to come out onto the Terrorblade. They'll screw him back inside of the Wukong's come out. Let's strike down as well, but the false promise is there for Silent, keeping him safe. Magical still alive, hiding in the trees. He's going to be tossed back to safety. Crystallize is being focused down, and Silent, the damage is just too much. The Terrorblade with his Skadi is just beating through the lineup of Na'Vi, and Winstrike, despite being a high for the most part of the early game, they're coming back into it. Blizzy will be able to pick off the Oracle, but this Terrorblade is proving to be an issue. Winstrike are finding fights where he can get in position to do the work.
I think it's the Oracle that's the biggest issue for them. Like, if you RP the Terrorblade and you skewer him back in, it won't matter as long as the Oracle is fine. So you just have to keep your distance with Oracle and just be in the right position, and so far Misha has been doing just that. So overall, very well played by him. Terrorblade after that just has freedom to do whatever.
Yeah. What do you think about this from the team? We're going to see Silent go for a relatively early Satanic.
I mean, it's gonna help keep him alive, I suppose. It's all right. You have the Oracle ulti to help you the way BKB would. So basically, you're gonna get that Sunder off eventually. Maybe the Satanic is a bit too early, in my opinion, as well. But
yeah, he might change his mind. I mean, he's not bought any aspects of it. He's just got to.
But so far, it looks like he does have damage, right?
He does, yeah. They're killing the heroes. They're forcing Medusa to have to retrieve the fight.
Kill on Magnus, I believe.
No RP this fight.
They're going to be able
again, no boom this fight.
Another crystallized pots to BKB, but already Winstrike. They've killed two of Na'Vi. The Esper that comes out to them. Magical is incredibly low here as Na'Vi have to back up. He's been ruined, held down. Crystallized goes for the Wukong's commander high ground. Blizzy with a 5-man avalanche kills off the Oracle and does stop Winstrike from chasing Na'Vi.
I mean, that Blizzy stun and toss combo right there, it just saved them. It just saved the whole fight.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the Deucer was on the verge of dying, and so was the Monkey King.
They would have chased 100%. They would have went in, but even through the Monkey King ult.
That Magnus getting caught out so early at the fight.
Yeah.
If there was a follow-up to Blizzy's combo...
I mean, he doesn't have RP yet, though. It only just came back on.
Oh, okay.
It was still on cooldown, so it was like... I mean, sure, he could have still got a nice skewer play, dragging someone into a Wukong's command. Yeah, you can't... We've seen how much Chu can do with his skewers. But I mean, now the RP is back up. We saw Winstrike were unable to take Roche because of Blizzy coming in with that combo, bringing them down pretty low, so they couldn't stick around the pit. So we'll see both teams now return to fighting around here. We're going to look at the big timing. So RP's up, Meta is available, and Blizzy, in fact, he's in. He's actually going to get a toss back straight away onto the ET. That's one member down, and Silent, he's used the metamorphosis. If they could sort of kite this out and be careful how they fight around it, Silent's going to try and use the meta to maybe go for the Roshan. He knows he has to get something done with it. He'll turn back towards the fight now. The Serpent Wards have been dropped. He'll get shackled by Seneko, but the illusion is just beat down through Shaman. There's a 2-man RP as Chu comes in on the side fighting, but not Grad and Iceberg. The Crimson Guard giving them some safety, but it isn't enough. The false promise is there onto Iceberg. He's still taking a lot of damage, so he will
No, you can't say
looks a bit silent. He's out of mana, and he's out of... but he's taken down. Crystallized with a double kill, as Na'Vi will win the fight around the Roche pit, and will be able to turn in and take the Aegis for themselves.
I mean, it's a difficult situation there for Oracle. Yeah, you can save that ult for Terrorblade.
Oh, they should be confident sticking around for this. There's only 2 alive on Winstrike.
Yeah, he has to be careful though. Yeah, Mitch, that is. They're chasing him.
Yeah. It's gonna go for the stun, but can't get that. No stomp, no life.
He did delay it a little bit, but eventually they're gonna take it. So not really a whole lot was achieved there without that. But I don't know, you noticed how he used ulti on the Doom? And I can't blame him because, yeah, you might argue, save that ulti for Terrorblade. He's the only guy that needs it. That's true. However, if the Doom dies there, it's only him and Terrorblade left, and you still lose that fight, you still die on that TB, so it kind of goes both ways. However, that fight started with DT dying.
Yeah.
And DT is very crucial in these fights. He's their resetting tool.
Radiant scan in their top jungle. Kind of perhaps showing a little bit of disconnect with the game pace.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a bit afraid as well after that rush has been taken, but definitely not reading the game properly. Completely, at least.
No, they're being careful, and that is totally understandable as well. They've had a couple of good fights, but
Yeah,
one person in the wrong position and it's all over, right?
Dire's middle tower
they switched up the Satanic as well.
Oh, goodbye, Iceberg.
This is a problem. You have your mid that dies to Tiny all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lizzie will die for that, it seems, but
She's still
that's
satisfied
still
with
worth.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's worth.
an off-laner for a mid-laner. In the meantime, Magical is able to take a tower bottom and
they've
perhaps
got-
get a little bit of
I
a...
mean, the only problem is they're 4 now
Push.
on the side of Navi. They will push, but I think Winstrike can defend this. Where's the other Titan? He should be already here, stomping the creeps and Doza. This is a bit
Very
late.
good.
Like, the tower is already almost dead.
He's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, he's not moving.
My Magical feels safe. He's got the Aegis. He's got backup behind him, and he's got a Manta.
Yeah.
I'm not really certain why they weren't here on time, honestly, because this is very late for a position 4 or 5.
This,
I've got the walls down as well. I mean, these racks.
is Magical stuck in the wards?
He is.
I think he's fine with that. He's kind of safe.
alright.
Feels safe. You know, surrounded by
It's-
safety.
It's a Doza, actually.
And,
It's
he's
surrounded
gonna
by
hurt.
snakes. It's,
Yeah, he's
it makes
guess
sense.
it's working out.
It's lore play.
It is.
Oh, never mind. Terrorblade just helped him by killing off.
But they don't care now if he's got the racks.
Yeah.
They got the melee racks.
If they can get Doza twice, perhaps that would be alright. But yeah.
No, they
that's not
can't.
gonna
They're not even
happen.
gonna try.
So pretty much a free melee racks there for Navi.
Should have Shaman bought back for that, surprisingly.
I think
Go for the rune.
if the supports were there earlier, they could have defended that a bit longer and perhaps could have taken down that Doza. But by the time they got to their base, Doza already took that tower. So I don't know what exactly they were doing. Perhaps the ports were on cooldown or something, but it's not really great. Every second matters.
4 runes for Navi. Every rune matters as well.
Every rune matters.
Every little piece of gold available on the map. It all plays a part. It's a little cog in a big wheel.
He's not getting that Satanic as we predicted, even though he had it in quick buy. He opted not
changed,
to.
yeah.
He went butterfly. Yeah.
I think that's much more sensible, really. I mean, it's the standard build, isn't it? Well,
Yep.
maybe, yeah.
I mean, you just don't have the damage, right? You are tanky, but you already have Skadi for that.
Yeah.
Then you're building 2 items.
Yeah, and you've got an Oracle. Like,
Yeah.
the Satanic feels like, well, you don't need a Satanic if you've got an Oracle. You've already got the save that's going to give you the chance to sunder and give you that second life.
If someone comes and deward that, which they do with illusions in the end, because they realized that there were people waiting to jump on that. Because normally it's a support, so it's the squishy ones.
What, Lizzie?
Oh, he tried to toss him out, but he got a
Got
creep
him
instead.
fortunate, but Choose got him covered. Choose in. So to drag Iceberg outside of the base. And Iceberg has gone. Does have buyback available. And may need to use it if they want to try and hold this second Rax. As again, the wards are back up for Seneko. And they're pushing it again. Navi making the most of this Aegis. Attempting for a second lane of Rax here at 32 minutes in. They do have the lead to do so. Stomp will come out. Slowing down the Deucer a little bit. They have cleared out the Serpent wards, but already the tier 3 pretty much gone. And it's Navi just getting away with this push, having the Deucer on the front lines. And you're ready to strike as soon as any sort of attempt is given onto him, and they do the toss back. Shackles as well. Lockdown's there. That's the Oracle out. Oracle does not have buyback to come in and save the team. The Wukong's command down as well as the BKB, so Crystallize holds his ground. Does get doomed.
But BKB used already.
So no follow damage. He's fine, and that's going to be Navi playing a little safe now that the buyback is back online for the Oracle, so he can get back in. Magical's still alive, and in fact with the control they're going to be able to potentially bring that non-grata. Jump forward with a quick secure, they'll get the kill. Magical, they haven't they've lost the Aegis.
That's what they were waiting for.
They got him.
They got him. I was wondering why they didn't just kill him. It looked like they were so hesitant.
think they were waiting.
But they were
They
so
knew.
waiting. They knew.
Yep.
They timed it perfectly. Sure, they still lost their tower. I think they got held on to the melee rack. though.
They kept the Raxes, they bought back Skyrat, Doom, and Oracle. So overall, it's not really looking great. And you're losing this bottom range Rax too now. It's not really the biggest deal, right? But,
Sure.
But still, it's something.
It's something.
This guy might
Don't be
dead.
such a doom thinker.
He's not got his BKB back up yet. He's dead.
Yeah. That Manta was a bit too slow as well. as a
And
pull
bottom
down.
lane though, Blizzy and Shure in. They'll clean up the racks and get a kill to top it off with.
That something is now gone as well. So no Raxes either, Shiver. They lost them.
It doesn't matter. It's a comeback. I like that they did that. It shows that they're still trying. They have precision. They were
This is
thinking
the
about
last
it.
game for them. If they lose this game, they're out of the running.
But
for the tournament.
sometimes you have these teams that are like, you know, at this point everybody's quiet and it turns into a pub.
Oh, these are
But this
professionals.
shows
They're professional players.
we have seen
You have to expect
a
that.
true site that doesn't matter because
That was
sometimes
all done for the cameras.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's all,
all
they're
fake.
paid actors.
Oh,
come on.
True site, it's not
That's
real.
how it
It's
works.
not
Fake
real.
news.
Ah.
No. I read the script on the morning. As I said,
right.
at this point, you're going to scream Seb. And I did. It was all rehearsed.
Well, then you're a great actor.
Thank you.
Hope there's a
I'll
sequel.
accept my Oscar later this year. I missed it, didn't I? Damn it. They must have just forgotten to invite me. Next year, though, I'll be there. False
I believe
promise,
in you.
invisibility.
It will
Ready to go
happen.
now.
There you go. You have that. You're gonna have the Glimmer Cape soon as well. most
Do you
likely.
remember when False Promise was so
Yeah,
broken?
the first
Back in the day,
iteration, like it gave invisibility.
it
on
made
its
you
own, yeah.
invisible. It made you not die.
It was-
I'm pretty sure it gave you money. It increased your your
Critical
quality
strike.
of life.
You could crit with it. Yeah.
You ended up married. You had it gave you everything, and then they finally nerfed it, and now it's a bit better.
You got married.
Balanced.
What does that increase? I
It depends. I mean, if you wanted to be married, everything that you wished and your heart's desire was granted. as
Exactly.
soon
Your
as you got False
wishes
Promise.
came true. That's what.
And that was when, Valve were like, maybe we buffed the spell a little too much. We've got to contain some of the magic. And but now there's a little bit of that magic with the level 20 talent returning. You get that invisibility back.
It can be big for the Turbo. Definitely, they do have to carry some detection now.
Now he's got
Well,
a Satanic. So, I mean, this is a beefy boy. So, how much HP has he
very
got? Like a 4K
merry
HP or
Turbo.
something? And that's status resistance too. It's lovely. Wait, is that with the Satanic? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the Satanic that gives you 25% of what was it? Was that heart? Am I confusing them?
Shouldn't it be hard?
No, it is Satanic. I'm not crazy. Yes, the 30% status
They
resistance.
catch
Satanic.
Rasta,
Bye.
and the wards have been dropped. I mean, honestly, Winstrike, they just need one good fight.
Yeah?
They can push
They
super
do
fast,
lose
but
the
they don't have Doom in this fight. He does
They
have
need to get out of here, I think. Without the Doom, you don't want to try and fight on Navi's half of the map.
He's definitely more important than the Rasta.
So, I mean, they're sticking around here. This is a little risky. Silence popping the meta. He's trying to make a go for this. The Wukon's command is down, though. They had to give Winstrike really turn this fight around. Silent. He's out of mana. He's backing away. Chew still hunting for Misha and
this is
Iceberg.
perfect jump.
Forward from Crystallize to get the slow onto the two of them, but they're turning. In fact, Silent's got damage as it seems. They're
buy
putting
back.
down Chew. Chew will buy back. They have lost Iceberg on Winstrike. And now Navi back in Blizzy with the combo onto the Oracle. Oracle will fall. There's 4 dead on Winstrike. Silent left alone, surrounded by Navi, taunting him with the RP. They don't even need to use it, or maybe they do. He's getting quite a bit of lifesteal off here with that Satanic. He's slowly dying. He will die.
He died so slowly.
He did. He was
the
it was a beefy boy.
You can kick them.
You can hit them.
Oh my God! You can kick them.
Don't kick the pigs, kid.
Look at him go! He's taking the pig with him. No,
go for
The pig.
Oh,
What?
oh.
He stopped. He left the pig. What are you doing? He actually left the pig there.
I did. Look at that
don't know.
pig.
I don't know, Navi. Yeah, you
Oh, it
might
moves as well. It moved. Did you see that? That's scary. His head twitched. Watch it.
Why is it still
Watch
there?
it. It's still living.
Why is it still there? It's not scaring me.
It's looking at us.
It's just
Turtle.
floating. It's just floating. That was
Can they,
interesting
I
fight to
mean,
take,
they've
by the
got
way.
fortification. They've got 2 people alive. Can they defend?
No, they can't.
Dude, I've seen a crit ET defend against 5.
Yeah.
So I'm saying ET can be the master at defending.
Does Doom have buyback? He doesn't. No, this is done.
We did use Doom this time though.
This is game.
Yeah.
He's dead as well. Maybe buyback, but
I
that's
think, yeah.
better. Buybacks.
Buyback. Give him a stomp.
Can he buy 20 seconds?
Just stomp them, Lou.
Earth splitter soon, maybe? No.
That's GG.
That's
Navi, they've done it. They move on 2-0. They knock Winstrike